not afraid to let go. You decide if you're ever gonna let me know. Yeah, suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad and
guys, I'm back with another video. It's a review video of the MORPHE X James Charles palette. So I have somewhere to be tonight, so I'm just gonna jump right in and I'm gonna tell you my steps and review this. So I'm gonna start off with a moisturizer. It's a Clinique moisturizer. It's dramatically different moisturizing gel. If I can get it open. So I'm just gonna apply that all over my face, everywhere. And then for the next step, I'm gonna go in with a primer. Stuck between two different primers, but I think I know which one I'm gonna use. It's between a pure no filter, which is a blurring photography primer, and then there is this one. It's a Touch and Soul no problem primer. Sorry if I said that wrong. I'm just gonna go in with the I'll go in with the pure and just see how it is. I think I've used this one once before. I'm letting my moisturizer set, and then I'm just gonna go in with the primer. It comes out like a liquid consistency. It's kind of watery. I should have like mixed it in before I did that. But the next thing I'm gonna go in with is the it's a redness corrector. It's from let's see where it's from. It's from IT Cosmetics. It's Bye Bye Redness. Because I don't know if you guys noticed, but I have a very red complexion. I guess there's concealer all over this napkin or rag. I'm just gonna take a little brush, but I actually am probably gonna go with my beauty blender. And it comes in a container like that. And it literally just looks like foundation, but it's not. I'm just gonna go in and go over all the redness that I have. And I use a very, very little bit just to go over everything, because I had my eyebrows waxed. That's why I'm going over my eyebrows, because they're still a little red. But I go over pretty much everything, my whole face. And if it's not fully blended out, it's okay, because you can go over it with your foundation, which is where I'm headed to next. It's kind of just like another base foundation, but I like to make sure it's fully covered. It makes it look a little bit better. And then I'm gonna go in with the Tarte Shape Tape foundation in the color Light Neutral. And I only like to apply a little bit of this because sometimes it makes me a little bit orange. Sorry, my hands are shaking. And if you hear that outside, it's the garbage truck. And this just comes with a little like applicator like this, so it's a lot easier to just apply it. Like I said, I don't want to go in with too much. because I can always add. Can't really take away. I mean, you can, but drag it down my ears. Make sure it's really blended. It's kind of nice because it doesn't dry like 100%. It dries a little bit, but it works wonders. Just like to make sure I'm not very orange. But the redness corrector really helps. Okay, I'm gonna close this redness corrector up. I closed my foundation already. I'm gonna go in now with the concealer. I'll show you which one in just a second. Close this up. Got a slight itch. I'm gonna go in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the color Light Sand. I'm just gonna apply this to the tops of my zones. I like to go under my nose and stuff, just for more coverage. Just go all over my eyes, up and down. Then I'm gonna go with my eyebrows. We'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. My brother-in-law came over to discuss something with my fiance about their job. But now I'm gonna go in with the Only brow pencil and just brush them up. And then it's got like a teardrop tip, so I just kind of like to go up and in with little strokes for the hair, fill it in. And I like to bring this tip out just a little bit, but not much, because this one's just a little bit longer than my other one. So just fill them in. And get the brush on that side, fill it in. Now this one, I have changed the product I used, because I used to use this Revlon Focus and Fix. I still do use it occasionally, but since I found this, it's been a lot better. And this one, I drag out the tail just a little bit more, because this side is longer than this side is, but I usually kind of bring them both down just a little. I know most people go over with concealer, but most of the time they look okay, so I usually don't have to. Now I'm gonna go in with a little bit more concealer just to go over the eyelid. Sorry, I need to adjust myself in my chair. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on the back of my hand and just take the beauty blender and go in my eyebrows, or my eyelids, I'm sorry. On my table. Just go in and get a good base for my eyeshadow, which I'm wearing blue today, so I have no clue what color I'm gonna go in with. Try to make this as quick as I can. Okay, now that is drying, I'm gonna go in. I have used this palette a few times before, but never like super color. I used, excuse me, the yellow and orange. Most of the time I've used this color and this one, which is So Good and Wig. And this palette is just my favorite. Some of them look used because I've swatched them so many times. I've had this palette for, I want to say a month or so now, if not a little bit longer, and I just haven't got around to doing this because I've been so busy. I'm probably going to go in with a little bit of contour, just a little bit. I'm not one for contour usually. I'm more of a not contour type of person, but I just got these two new brushes that came in the last video. If you watched it, they came in a BoxyCharm video. So I guess I'm just gonna contour just a little. I know, like I said, I'm not a very big contour person, but I'll just do a little bit on here, blend it out, just so nothing looks too big or anything. Don't want my forehead looking too dark, which I think it already does. I'm just gonna go over and dim it down just a little. Other than that, I'll go in with the blush that there is on this little Cover FX palette. It's called Sublime. I also went over this in the video. What is it? Went in like 2 days ago, I think. Now I'm gonna go in with this big brush. I'm not like sure what it's called, and I'm gonna go in with this highlighter. I usually don't like to use like other highlighters besides the one I usually use, but I'm being adventurous and trying new things. Okay, so I'm not really liking this highlighter. It's not as bright as I usually like it to be, so I am gonna go in with a different highlighter. It's called Pretty Vulgar Shimmering Swan, and I'm just gonna, well, the contour turned out a little bit dark, but it's okay. Looks good though. So I'm gonna go in with this highlighter. Ooh, much better. One over the top of it. Okay, so that's highlighter. Now we're gonna go into the eyeshadow. I think I'm gonna go with the color, let's see, Hello, and then I might go in with Cola. So Hello is this pretty, very pretty light blue right here, and then Cola is this darkish colored blue or purplish blue right there. I'm gonna go with both of those. I'm gonna start with the darker color in the like outside. I just cleaned all my brushes, so this might not look right at first because I'm not like 100% with the V shape yet, but I'm working on it so you guys can see. Just kind of gonna bring it, the rest of it up that I use. I'm just dipping very little into it because it is a slightly darker color. I'm just gonna bring the rest of it up. And I was gonna do a cut crease, but I'm still kind of like working on that and learning how to cut crease. I've been working on a lot actually. I just got that under my face. I'll just go back over with concealer and go through with it. I'm just gonna take this light blue color and go over it all. And I generally like to bring it up like very far. And that time I just mixed it with, where did it go? I like to go over these colors just because I don't want to get them wrong, but I went over with Playground and Hello, like inside together, just to blend it all out. I'm gonna darken up the Cola. Go ahead and darken it up. Blend it, kind of blend it all in together. I am working on getting James's brush set, but it's kind of sold out, so I realized I brought that out a little bit too far, and it's down under my face because I didn't brush out the fallout. There's not that much fallout. It's actually a really, really nice palette. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of this blue right underneath my eye. Just a little. I'm gonna bring this up just a little bit more too. I like it to go a while, like up. Okay, so I got this blue working in. I'm gonna blend it all in a little bit more, but you know, it kind of looks sloppy. Hello. I'm gonna mix Playground and Hello together. Just go right back in with blending. I'm definitely not as good as James. Definitely not. I'm working. Probably won't like ever really get better than he is, but it's definitely worth a shot, and I won't give up. Just went through with that one and darkened it up a little bit, and I just kind of messed that up a little bit, but oh no, I'll fix it. I'm working on fixing it. I know it's a little a little bit messy, but it will pretty much work itself out. I'm very confident. Mind you, this is my first like very blue look. I'm gonna go on top up here and blend out some of the color with Mary and Flashback and Ring Light. Made it look a little bit better. See, on camera it doesn't look that good, but I'm looking and kind of in real life it looks okay. I'm gonna go under this blue, just drag it up. Definitely concealer is gonna clean it up a little bit. I don't know from like previous videos that you guys have seen, but I am not one that likes to put eyelashes on. I'm just not one for it, I guess you could say. But I do use like different mascaras to make it look like there's different lashes on, I guess you could say. Bring this down the corners a little bit just to clean all this up. For down here, I'm going to use the Beauty Blender for next to the eyes. I'm going to use a brush. Make sure I had it all mapped out already. So we are cleaning it up just a little. Like I said, I'm up for comments and tips on how to make it better. And I'm gonna go in on this eye with the Flashback and Ring Light and do the same thing that I did up on that eye with this one. Just gonna go in. I'm starting to see that this one looks a little bit better over here than this one does. So I need to just blend it out. And with a slight, it's not a pencil brush, but it kind of is. I'm gonna dip into Ring Light and just put it in the center lid corner and just kind of blend it in and blend it out. Okay, there's that. And I'm going on the same and just give it a little bit more color. I'm noticing right here in this corner that there's not enough. And this one is a lot lighter than this one is, so. I go in and make sure that down here is really covered. Thinking about putting a little glitter on the bottom, or not the bottom, the inside corner just a little bit. I'm gonna get some different eye glitters. Just mix this in just a little bit. Putting just a little bit more glitter in the corner, and I'm gonna go in with the same brush, and I'm gonna just make that glitter stand out just a little bit more. Okay, now I'm gonna find my eyeliner. And my review on James's palette so far is it's been so amazing. Like, I haven't had any complaints. I know I've watched his videos and some people have said it's been staining. I haven't had any staining on mine. That's just a personal thing. I've tried it out just to make sure. I've done it on my hands, I've done it my arms, and I haven't had any sort of staining at all. I'm trying to find, I do have a white liner to make the eyes look bigger, but I'm more of a black liner type of person. I found my liquid. That's not what I was looking for, but I mean, I'm just gonna go in a little bit of black on top of the lid. I'm not gonna go all the way through. Oh, no! I did just mess it up a little bit because I'm kind of doing it by freehand. I don't know how James gets it so perfect. I can't. I haven't been very much of a wing liner type of person. I was just a general, like, little basic makeup artist, you know. Doing it for friends for, like, homecoming and prom and sort of kind of like that sort of stuff. But I can do wings on other people, just not myself. So like I said, I am not one for wings, but I think that looks pretty okay. I'm gonna clean it up just a little bit. With this blue and kind of go right over it. It's a little bold for me, but I'm gonna try. This is very hard. My hands are shaky. Very shaky. Bring this one up just a little bit more. Wow. Just made that way too thick. This one looks a lot better. And this one is like way too thick. I'm gonna have to go in with concealer and just clean that up. I know it's weird, but I'm going to. On a tiny little brush. And I can't find my well, I guess I'll just use this one. It's not my original eyeliner, but I need a brush to go in with to clean this one up. And then, oh no, I got it on my shirt. I just did it again. Go in right up here and right down here. Just clean this up. I know most makeup artists don't do this, and I usually don't either, but I gotta have it work some way. So I'm gonna kind of blend this back out. I know this is horrible right now. Should probably go in the darker blue. And I'm gonna start, not fresh, but start back with what I have. Oh, and this is Ico Skinny liquid liner. But I can't do it. Now, this probably looks really bad. No, it's a lot better. Yay for concealer. Okay, this one still looks ultimately a lot better. And this one's a lot thicker, so I guess I should probably just go right in on this side. Make this a little bit thicker. And we're still not as thick as the other one. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna work with that. No! Sorry. I just dropped it. Okay, well, ultimately, my liner is not here, and I don't know why. So I have a brand new one that I'm gonna go in with and do the under top of my eyelids. I'm actually really kind of sad that my eyeliner is not here. I have so much makeup here, it's not even funny. Oh, there it is. I lied, I'm not gonna go in with this glitter one. I'm gonna go in with this Ulta plain black automatic eyeliner. And I've used it so much, so I just usually like to go in the top of this. Because like I said, I'm not a winged person usually, so I just fill in the top. Make my eyelashes look fuller. Okay. Whew. Okay. So that made it a lot darker now. Okay. So now I'm gonna go in with mascara. Yeah, what I'm talking about. This one is a Get Big Lashes. By the way, none of this is sponsored at all. Curl my lashes first. Cannot believe that this eye turned out worse than the other one. I'm gonna do this off camera actually, and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, I have the finished look right here. Now I'm gonna move on to the lips. I'm not going to line, but I have this new like line stick. It's from Trace Steak, I believe that's how you say it. And I just like to put a little bit of color on around the top and a little on the bottom. And then I go in with the Ofra Long Lasting Lipstick in the color Monaco. It's one of my favorites. probably just messed the top of that up. Okay, so I think that is the last final and finished look. I'm gonna put a little bit of gloss on top of this. This is just an Ulta Shiny Sheer Lip Gloss. Just gonna line it with a little shine, and I think that is the finished look. I know this eye is a little more not so great, but this wing looks really good. But I think that is it. I am gonna put on a little bit more highlighter, but other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.
You probably think that you are better now, better now. You only say that cause I'm not around, not around. You know I never meant to let you down, let you down. Would've gave you anything, would've gave you everything. You